This story from thelocal.de. This is a German news source. Explained. Why is German Twitter up in arms over a torchlight military parade? It's not so much that a bunch of, German, military men of some degree are marching through the night with torches. It's that Germany is also implementing lockdowns for the unvaccinated. We're seeing in Australia, now this is outside of Germany, the internment camps where you will be taken from your home with no due process and then detained in a little tiny box where they tell you can only go outside to do your laundry. You can't, or you have a balcony, sorry, but you can't cross the line. You'll be fined $5,000. So Germany, as Daniel just mentioned, Italy, Austria, all coming together and being like, we are going to mandate this injection upon the populace. Otherwise, you can't have food. And now they're marching around with torches.
Does their camp have a little sign above it that says like the vaccine sets you free or something like that? Yeah.
Those are the arguments that government bureaucrats have been making. Take this vaccine, do as you're told, and you're going to gain your freedoms back. You're going to gain your access to society back. You're going to be able to go to a restaurant and purchase food.
Well, even Biden has hinted at that. More than hinted at it. He said that as much.
And that's such a backwards, insane kind of critical way of thinking that we have to first understand on face value. They're the ones who took away normal life. They're the ones who took away economic prosperity. They're the ones who took away our ability to live a normal, prosperous, happy, healthy life. They're the ones literally implementing policies that have created more depression, more suicide, lack of economic opportunities, have impoverished people, and literally have stolen their wealth right in front of them, literally disappearing the value of their dollar as it sits in their hands. The value of the dollar is being extremely devalued. And people are finding that less and less they have the ability to do anything that they want, and every aspect of their existence is being tightly regulated and controlled by bureaucrats who think they're gods ruling over you.
The funny thing is this is actually an old story. It's from October. The German torch story.
What were they marching about though? That is kind of weird to have
I guess
they were celebrating Angela Merkel, and this was a pay of respect.
They were marching to honor those who risked their lives or lost their lives in their operations in Afghanistan as part of the withdrawal. And so this is back in October, this story at least. I don't know, maybe they did it again for Angela Merkel, but this is the story on the local. And the funny thing is they're marching next to the Reichstag, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
With torches in their hands. So the funny thing is, when they announced that they were going to be locking down anybody who didn't get the vaccine, a lot of people were like, oh, there's Germany getting back to tradition and getting back to their roots of, mandated medical procedures. And then this photo is actually old, and people are like, hey, maybe something's been going on in Germany that we haven't been paying attention to.
Yeah.
There was a joke. I can't remember who did it. Maybe one of you guys remember. He was like, who was this? I saw this recently. Hold on, I'm trying to think. I can't remember. He said that if he were like the UN or whatever after World War II, do you know who this was?
Maybe. Continue.
He was like, we'd tell Germany, you don't get to be a country anymore. It's like you started a war against the world. Like literally trying to
Wasn't it Norm Macdonald maybe?
Yeah, I think it was Norm Macdonald. Yeah. He was like, you started a war against the world.
Yeah, he was
you don't get to be a country anymore because look what happens when we just like let them keep doing their things. It's a weird thing, but you know what I love the most about the European Union and Germany is that we literally have like 2 wars and a Cold War in an attempt to prevent the consolidation of power in Europe under one governing authority. And then Germany comes along and they're like, hey guys, let's do this union thing. We'll have the strongest economy. Your currencies will all be devalued, and then you'll have to borrow from us. Yes. And Germany basically becomes the dominant power in the European Union. Amazing.
I have a pretty lit friend on the right who I won't say his name, but who has a whole theory that Germany is the worst country in the history of civilization. Because he's very, very Catholic, starting with Martin Luther and the Reformation.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes through every 1,500 years, something has come from Immanuel Kant. Something comes out of Germany that is destructive to the rest of the Western values, ending with the Green Movement in Germany. He's like, I have evidence that Germany's, no offense to any of your German listeners, Germany is the worst country in the history of Western civilization. It's a pretty funny theory.
Was communism coming out of Germany?
Where was Karl Marx from?
Wasn't he from Austria?
Yeah.
Yeah, was it?
I thought it was German.
The Frankfurt School, was that from Frankfurt? I don't want to be,
Yeah.
a little dull. I don't know. I don't know where they say it's the Frankfurt School. Is the answer that obvious?
Sure. Frankfurt, Germany.
Karl Marx was German. Marx was German.
Yeah, Marx was German.
Marx was German.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are these guys doing?